And that is a movement called hookups. Okay. And I like it, and I do it all the time. I do it all the time for 101 reasons. Whenever I feel like my energy, like as if my hair would be starting to go like this, like I put my head in a socket or whatever, I'm like, I'm starting to get frazzled and my energy is getting scattered. And I just want to come back to the center of who I am, what I want, where I am. I'm going to do a hookup. I actually used it once to get out of a speeding ticket. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm not saying this now you get to speed, everybody, but all right. So do this with me, please. All right. So you're going to stand up, and I'm going to take my arms out. I'll come close for a sec. My arms out, thumbs down, so my palms are to the back. I'm going to come into the center, cross one hand over. Now, whichever hand you crossed over, now I'm going to link fingers, drop, and loop up and go to here. Okay. I'm now resting on my thymus gland. It's nice to give it a little hit, like a little Tarzan thing. Wake it up. It's always nice. Now, get rid of the arms for a second again. Now, whichever arms you crossed over, you're going to cross the same leg over. And I'm crossing in a very snuggly way. So my ankles, my malleolus there, my two lateral malleoli are touching. Okay. So yeah, my ankles are well crossed. It's almost like the I have to go to pee dance. Okay, so crossed over, drop down, loop up, and stay there for a moment. Now I'm going to ask you to stay there, but I'll come forward so that you can see me better. Go ahead and stay there though. Let your shoulders relax. Yeah. Now, because you're not the one talking, I do want you to pay attention to where your thumb, pay attention to where your tongue is. Ideally, it is resting on the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth. Okay, if it isn't, if it's fallen down, let it see if it can rise up. So it doesn't mean my whole tongue's pushed up to my soft palate or my hard palate as well. Just the tip of my tongue naturally goes there. Okay. You are connecting some circuits. You are pulling all your energy in. I'm keeping you here because for most people, they need like 30 seconds to a minute in this place, sometimes even longer. So while you continue to hold that, breathing well, shoulders nice and relaxed. Look to the distance if that works for where you are, or looking through a wall. And if you're feeling super balanced and want to up the challenge, you can close your eyes, and that will have to really tap into your vestibular system. If you start to lose your balance too much, you can, of course, just open your eyes. Okay. Check for jaw tension, releasing any clenching in the glutes that is actually not necessary. Okay. And then let's go ahead and change sides. So come out of that, and then I'll just walk you through it one more time. So I've got my thumbs down, palms to the back. Now I'm going to cross same arm as leg over top. They become opposite by the time I've looped through. Now, sometimes this feels really sticky to me, like it feels like it's hurting my hips or I don't want to go there. And that would actually mean, if you think about it, I'm crossing the midline. So that would mean I probably still needed more of these to have my body welcome the crossing of the midline. Okay. So this calms us. Part of it, there's lots of reasons for it. Part of it is that the need to be nice and narrow here. All the touch of our hands take up a huge amount of space in the sensory processing areas of our brain. So we're activating all of that out of our emotional part. Okay, same thing goes down with your ankles there by them touching. Okay, it's a little bit of a protective thing, partly too, by the way you're bringing it in. One of the most rewarding moments of my career on this work, I had done a workshop on it and had subbed with these kids a lot that I wasn't their regular teacher, but they saw me a lot because their other teacher was an examiner. So she was away a lot. Anyway, I show them about the hookups and all that stuff. And one wonderful year, they're doing the ballet Cinderella. And I was there that night, and I go on backstage during intermission to go wish them all good luck and let them know that I'm here today. And I was there, pretty close to get back to your seat. The curtain's coming up, and they're all there in their tutus and stuff, standing in the wings and hookups. And they didn't even know it was coming. even get goosebumps right now thinking about it. I was like, oh, I come around the corner, I'm like, oh, you're doing it. And they're like, well, yeah, it works. I'm like, oh, it was so rewarding. I'm like, they felt it, they knew it, it works. So the hookups would be what I would suggest. I know if you're in an RED exam thing, you've got to like have you're holding your character shoes and you got your character skirt draped and you're ready to go, waiting for that bell to enter the room. But the time that you have before that, you've warmed up, they've had their water, they've gotten rid of some fear, they've gotten their brain engaged, and then you stand in hookups until maybe you have 1 minute to go where you're organizing the shoes. If you don't have props, you're in the wings, ready to go on at a dance competition. You don't need to keep rehearsing your dance. If you don't know it now, 5 more seconds, 30 more seconds of rehearsing your dance is not going to change it. What will change it and ensure or make it darn likely that you won't have that freeze and blank out would be to stand in hookups and to just quietly, calmly breathe. This is a great position to stand in hookups in the wings while you visualize your dance going well. So I'm in a calm state and I'm linking that to my performance that's about to come. It's like I'm pre-paving the way for it to go well.